So I actually sat there and was like, what? Right? And I'm like, what? Right? Like a peasant?
Start terrible accents. Hello, everybody. This is Dave.
And Nancy.
And you just heard us being terribly English.
No. Cockney.
It's Cockney. We're cultured.
It's Cockney. We're cultured.
Okay. Yes.
Hello, B-Man. Welcome.
And let's see. So we are actually back to continue doing
menial tasks.
Yes, for various people. Oh, I gotta check on Virgil at some point.
Actually, it hasn't been a week in game.
Yeah, we'll probably get there. But in the meantime, people have voted and they desire us to have Piper as our companion.
The people have spoken.
So now we go to find Piper.
Piper.
We are glad you're here, B-Man.
I think I can speak for everyone. We missed you.
Mm-hmm.
What? That the playoff of grunt fodder on B-Man bouncing off of us and anybody else who decides to join in. It's a beautiful thing. Now, if only we could get Mark Hamill to join in.
That would be a dream.
It is my dream.
Then again, he'd probably take one look at us and go, "Okay, bunch of weirdos. Never mind."
No, like my dream is that Mark Hamill will speak to me in the Joker voice just once. That's it.
Okay.
Even better if we can get Tara Strong to sit there and join in and throw out a Harley Quinn. I could just sit there and be like,
Yeah, that reminds me.
My life can end now. It's complete.
So you got a ride of choice? I'm usually a mentat school myself. Makes me feel intellectual.
You go.
We are a beautiful thing, like in System Shock. I have a feeling that this is some kind of thing that I do not know.
Could very well be.
That's all right.
But no, it just reminds me of, I think, Amanda Seyfried talking about I guess she fainted while doing... Hi, Piper.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us, but...
she really needs a hat.
Never lacks for excitement.
I think she could pull the page boy hat.
Hey, Piper.
Heading my way?
With that dress. And not look too ridiculous.
Let's go.
Will do.
Okay.
She needs a hat. I'm sorry. Otherwise, she looks too much like your dead wife.
And she's got her minigun out.
Travel with a ghoul, even one with my
Hey.
charisma.
What you got for me? Take a look.
Let's see. She's got the penis mightier.
No, the pen is mightier. The pen is.
And I think, what is she actually wearing right now?
Actually, humorous story. We'll sit there and go directly into,
Oh yeah,
story.
she's got an armored sequin dress. That's actually armor. Let's go, Piper.
Yeah, but she still needs a hat. Put the page boy hat on her or something.
Hey.
She needs
Help
a
yourself.
hat. I don't think you're even carrying the page boy hat, so whatever.
There we go.
She needs to have something covering her head because
in forever.
otherwise the sun will get in her eyes.
Not if I have
Yep.
my say.
Okay. Now, if you find a tiara, you get that bitch a tiara. Okay. Anyway,
Who the hell?
It's nice to get out of
Deacon.
the church. You can really get
Deacon?
stir crazy down there.
He's feeling very Western.
okay. So anyway, so since we're talking about the pen is mightier. Humor story. This isn't my story. This is somebody else's story. And this is this is technically hearsay because I was not present because this person is like 4 years younger than me. Okay.
If we find a tiara, I'm all for that.
We'll try to get a screen capture of Archer wearing it, and then give it to Piper.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait a minute. Piper needs a crown.
That's true.
Archer can keep the tiara. Anyway, so this was back when I was in high school, and the person in question, I am not going to divulge any names. I'm just going to call him. Well, I'll just use his first name. His name was Ryan.
Cold
Okay.
steel,
He,
skulls, lousy haircuts. All the touches I've come to expect from the Brotherhood.
She's got their number.
B-Man's right. Hearsay is the best type of story.
We'll stop the institute.
So anyway, he was like 3 or 4 years younger than me, and he was in 8th. So he had to be in 8th grade, and he was taking 8th grade sex ed, or as near as or reproductive science was what they were covering, and he was like. So as is usual with that with that age bracket, a lot of times they have you read out of the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's reading about male reproductive system, and he's like and the penis and chuckles go around, giggles. The pen is. He's like, he asks the teacher, "What's a pen is?" And she's like, "It's a penis." He's like, 6 shades of red. She
But you have one of those, presumably.
Well, yes, presumably he did and still does, as he's still alive, as far as I know. But yeah, it was,
So I am stuck trying to figure out how I go through these doors. 'Cause they want me to construct actuators.
but yeah, so it kind of became like the running joke for like part of the year. Poor kid was referred to as Ryan Penis. Penis. And it's, but yeah, so it was, I felt bad for the kid, but
At the same time,
it was hilarious because a bunch of high schoolers hearing about this from the middle school area of the attached middle school area. It was a thing of beauty because you're like, how do you not know?
Yeah, research patrol.
Ah, B-Man, I'm sorry to hear you're recovering from a cold.
Beats guard duty. Why? What'd you get?
Okay, so I'm trying to find.
Grandfather, you're also recovering from a cold? Or you might not be on much longer. I'm confused.
Huh. So this is what I needed.
Aha, this workshop. Wait, is this technically one of your... Okay.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I think that right now it's absolutely terrible outside just because it's pollen. Just pollen. And another entertaining story, I told some people a story about how we were on a walk and I saw some trees come in the wind.
Oh, God.
And, well, you were there.
Yes.
And they were like, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, pollen is nothing more than tree semen."
Fact.
That's what it is. And if you see a big gust of yellow pollen falling out of a tree in a gust of wind, that tree just came. And they were absolutely like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that." I was just like, apparently I'm weird.
I didn't want to be the one to say it, but...
That's okay. I realized this long ago. Long ago.
Okay, what the heck is going on here?
Out-of-body experience.
I guess, but, so let's see.
That's my guess.
So they want me to build actuators.
Actuators.
Yeah.
Can I have the technical
I'm not even sure what
definition
they
of
are
what an
either.
actuator is? And that it's kind of like that when you're driving a car and it tells you to stop here to actuate the signal.
I guess.
Never understood that. That always kind of weird. Feels weird.
But okay, so...
Yes, grunt fodder. We were talking about tree porn. That's why so often you find, like, on conifers, you know, evergreens for people, some people. Anyway, the cones are lower on the tree than the pollen-producing stamen ring.
Oh, that's where the problem is. It wants me to build them into space.
Into space? But how are these standing up?
I don't ask that question. I just had to build them, and yeah, the problem was that it was looking for me to... I thought I was trying to build them inside the workbench.
Pine's mightier.
It is.
Well, it's not any better with deciduous trees. I mean, they rain down their seedlings onto you.
It's
Which
true.
means that the trees are always coming on you when it's that time of year.
So yes, I am good at this game, I promise. I just spent like 3 or 4 minutes trying to
Excuse me,
figure out
Dr.
why I
Emmer.
couldn't build something.
All four
Well,
actuators.
the last time you...
Delivered
When's the
and
last time
done.
you built
Nice work.
this?
Yeah.
Right on schedule.
Come on,
I've
Rascal.
completed the
Come here.
restoration of Prime's
Come
basic
here.
functions, and he's
Quit
ready
sitting
to
in
go.
between our
In
computers.
fact, it's getting difficult
Yes,
to explain
come
to
on,
the system
come
why
on.
it can't move right now.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as my
Yes.
scribes get
See,
those
bring yourself
actuators
all
in
the way
place,
over here.
we'll have his arms and
Yeah.
legs installed in no time.
Just like that.
Which brings me to your next assignment.
Ugh,
It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element.
They're spring somewhere in Tribukake.
Without them, his offensive systems
Far
aren't
closer to the
operating
reality
at
than you would
capacity.
know. I mean, I had to explain to a 30-year-old woman, over
I wish it
30-year-old
was that
woman,
simple.
that
Prime's
trees'
bomb
pollen
packs
was
fitted for
semen.
Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The
Actually,
same
2.
type of bombs that were
Well
dropped
over
on
30-year-old
aircraft during
women.
the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major
So the reason
staging
we're doing
area
Brotherhood
for
quests is
military
because there's
air
one
force,
major thing we
so
want to get
soon
done
we
with
wouldn't
them
have
before
trouble
we
finding
possibly
them.
turn them hostile.
But since we arrived,
Yes,
our
because
scouting
God
teams
help
haven't
us
located
then.
a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
I don't know that I would call bukkake
hang
of
on
any
a second.
sort,
But
tree or
before you give
otherwise,
up
that
hope, there's
erotic.
actually a silver lining.
Not
Hey,
my thing, but
it's
you
an
know,
industry.
hey, it is an industry.
Records regarding a
Occasionally
military
cottage industry.
installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain
like
this
couture.
included a stockpile of the Mark
Haute couture?
28s. The catch is
Yeah,
that the installation
hot.
is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
Couture, yes.
Oh no, not again.
Yep. We better stock back up on the anti-radiation gear.
Where you needing to
Scribe
go?
Haley
Back to the,
established
glowing
a
sea.
Communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first.
You
and
know,
establish
I'm
a
pretty
signal
sure that there's
protocol
probably
so
some
that the
point of
nukes
tree
can be
hugging.
airlifted out once you've located
There's
them.
Actually, isn't there a
Hopefully,
joke
by
about
the time you
Tarzan?
return, we'll be
Oh
ready to
yes, I
wait
remember
for
that
Prime
joke.
Yeah, well, I'll let you tell
Good
it
luck.
because you know it's kind of your thing.
Was this one of the ones I told your grandmother?
Rearming Prime with
Yes.
nukes should
No,
get
I
back
can't
to
have told
full
this one to
fight.
your grandmother. There's no way to clean up the punchline.
Carry food with you or you'll end up eating some.
Well, there is, but I don't remember how you did it. But I know you've told it multiple other locations.
That's true.
Perhaps not to my grandmother.
Okay, so now I have to think about it because it has been a long time. I don't
It's-
tell that many jokes.
Liar.
No, I
Don't
shouldn't have
believe him. Don't believe a word out of his mouth. He's
an
he's
inverted
full of some.
jokester.
He's
Things to stay alive.
he's a shyster, as some would say, an inveterate huckster of shyst.
Oh, let's see. As I recall, the joke went that once Tarzan and Jane had gotten together, they had their wedding night, and Jane, the eager newlywed, stripped off her clothes and told Tarzan to do what you want to. And Tarzan looked at her in confusion. And Jane said, "Well, Tarzan, you must have manly urges." And
So just do what you do then.
well, so
Wanna get out of here?
after a few hand gestures and the like, she made it clear
Really
that
suggesting that Jane knew a lot more than
Tarzan.
than she let on at first. That hussy.
yep,
Anyway,
but made it clear what she was suggesting, and eventually Tarzan gets the idea. He says, and he's like,
Moment of enlightenment.
Yeah.
Ah.
pretty much, and says, "Oh, well, okay. I don't know. That sounded a little bit off. Ah,
Or zug zug.
yeah, zug zug. That's a good way. So it's like do whatever you. Just think about what you did then to take care of your urges." So Tarzan sits there, she's like, well, wait a second, what did you do? And Tarzan's like, found tree, had knot hole, right height. It's like, okay, then just do what you did then. And so Tarzan sits there.
No,
and
B-man. No.
so Tarzan just, she's sitting there, she closes her eyes and waits for it, and next thing she knows, Tarzan reaches over and wobbles her across the face. And Jay's like, what are you doing?
What the hell are you doing?
Tarzan says, check for bees. Okay, not sure why that happened.
That was a vertibird propeller, I believe.
Yeah, that's part of a vertibird. Oh,
Well-
look.
That was a part of a vertibird.
Skeletons from when the bomb dropped. Sitting on the
They
park
were on
together.
a date.
That might have actually gone far to your right.
That might have been from a 1950s Playboy magazine joke page.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I don't know where you got that from, but it's definitely not your father.
True. I probably should have used food for that, but oh well.
Meh. That's some kinky shit right there. Says B-Man. You're not wrong.
But just think about that, though.
But, that was really kinky for 1950s.
Yeah.
And you know something? But not as kinky as it was for the when was the Tarzan written?
Oh, like 1908, 1909? Like right around the turn of the century?
Yeah, it wasn't just kinky back then because it certainly was suggested, not exactly explicitly stated, that, yeah, he totally did have sex with fucking gorillas.
Actually, no, it wasn't that he had sex with the gorillas, but that a gorilla essentially abducted Jane for the purposes of adding her to his harem. And
Which suggests that,
like literally,
gorillas totally understand the concept of a harem.
and that yeah, Jane was.
Vaudeville burlesque acts were moderately raunchy. Well, you know something?
And once
There's still tentacle porn before that.
Yep, Dream of the Fisherman's Wife.
So,
Yeah.
don't tell me what was kinky for what time.
Oh, hi, Scribe Halen. I'm actually looking for this bit of bloat fly, a crippling pipe wrench.
How nice.
And now we're getting into Donkey Kong's messed up backstory. I like it.
Actually, that was Donkey Kong's ancestor. He was irradiated, which is how he got so big.
Makes complete sense.
See, it's that's just. So is anybody going to go see Kong this weekend? That is this weekend, right?
I think so.
I mean, I'm not, but whatever.
Hey, Scribe Halen.
Scribe Halen.
How's it going?
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
You sound like my
surprised you
sister
survived over
in
there
that
without my
hole. Aren't you a good little
Goodwin's here.
boy?
We don't really need you
Kind of
anymore.
thing.
We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
You mean the vertibird that went down
That's not surprising. After
somewhere?
all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs,
Boo-beep.
plant the pulsar.
Boo-beep.
We'll handle the rest.
Why not?
After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
I really wish that her name was not Proctor Ingram. I wish her name was Proctor.
Why
I
That
just
would be
think that
great.
would be funny.
Unless you could locate an
Sometimes
entire
I'm
radio
such a
station within the
child.
glowing sea,
Yeah.
Even
there's
though
no way
I
you're
am
going
my
to be able to
age
send out a regular
and all
signal.
of that.
Luckily, the distress pulsar's ping.
Hey,
cuts
Piper's
right
gonna have to
through the
deal with
interference,
us
and we'll
flirting
be
with
able
other
to hear
women,
you as
considering that
long
we've
as we
already
stay
got
close to the
Curie
frontier.
and
Look,
and Kate.
I know you've been
Wait
through
a
the
minute.
glowing sea before, but
Piper's never
remember to
didn't
keep
say
an eye
she
on your Geiger
disliked
counter.
what was
If you
going on,
don't,
right?
The radiation will cook you from the inside
True.
out.
She never
So,
said that.
you know, maybe she's down with that.
And hey, evidently Kate and her have a long-standing discussion about threesomes.
C'est ménage à toi?
No, Kyori would be the one saying that.
Oui, oui.
So let's see.
Anyway,
Okay, we need to go. Wow.
Caston Brown says, I think that fans who've played the whole series think that the immersion would be better if the Brotherhood used T-45, T6,
And
T-51.
the power armor units, power armor models. So we're just gonna go ahead and skip to this cave we found to shorten the trip through the glowing
Virgil's?
sea. Nope.
Oh, other cave.
Yeah.
Other cave. Much ugh. Ugh.
We're this close to getting our next level.
We're not gonna stay smooth skins much longer if we don't get a move on.
Let's get that Rad-X, and hopefully there's not like a death claw around here. Okay, where's my target?
Do you have it marked?
Yep, it's over
there
here.
There it is. Okay.
Oh,
Oh!
speak of the devil.
Speak of the...
Woohoo, level 56.
You know, that is just really, really kind of sad that death claws are so castrated at this point in the game for you. It's really kind of sad. Because, like, I'm not a nerd who played Fallout, so I don't know this shit. That is fair enough.
So let's see, I think I was getting...
There's probably not enough of any type of armor left around the Brotherhood to specialize that closely. Well, actually, not only that, I mean, that is a fair enough assessment, but you could sit there and call these were probably prototypes, or one of those things with militaries that they phase in new equipment.
There's
right?
actually like a whole thing about it, but I guess that I think the T60 is, I think, the best that they have.
Zombie heaven filled with nukes. What is that?
Okay, we're gonna go with Grim Reaper Sprint because why not?
Because Grim Reaper Sprint is fun.
Yeah. But yeah.
I love hearing that the Grim Reaper sound.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me it makes me smile.
The big boy is a melee weapon.
Oh my.
That's an iBot. Okay. Hey, look, crashed airplane. Might as well get the marker, and who knows, there might be some cool loot on it.
Well, and it might not be a marker at all.
Nope, there is.
Ah, there's the rest of it. Oh wait, why does this look familiar?
There's another one fairly nearby, and
Yeah, but it looks the breakup looks the same, which is kind of interesting.
it's interesting is the way they have the seating set up and everything. It's almost more like 1950s or, you know, Sky Captain the World of Tomorrow style.
When I shoot a mini nuke, tactical nuke incoming. Wow, that's. I don't know many people who would just lob nukes around very frequently like that. But wait a minute, no, we all know one person who happens to be in charge.
Fair point. I was thinking, like, wait, the Solid Snake?
No. Solid Snake would be like, ooh, is that edible? I'll eat it.
Yeah. And then again, he's completely anti-nuclear proliferation because, you know, I'm just trying to get some of these markers to make easier travel in the future.
What was that?
That was a rad scorpion, Piper.
It looks more like a movie theater than a plane cabin.
Oops, he's coming underground.
Oh, I have flipped Rascal onto his back and I'm rubbing his tummy. And he's like, no! Does not want cat mom.
Oh, hello, rad scorpion. Far closer than you ever wanted to be to a rad scorpion.
Yeah, there goes another one. Oh, how nice. Big boss, not Solid Snake. Well, yes.
True, I was thinking Naked Snake, my bad.
Well, and sorry, I always go to Snake Eater,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm like, ooh, is this edible? I'll eat it.
Good times. Hello, Rascal Kitty.
Have you played Modern Warfare 1 through 3? If you did, then in multiplayer you heard tactical nuke incoming. I don't know about you, but I don't find any nuke to be tactical when my ass is anywhere near it or where it's going to be landing. Make it double. Sorry.
Ooh, legendary vampiric blood bug. Oh, that's not a good sign. And that thing is quick.
If there's a nuke incoming, there's not a lot of tactics left. Well, you know, that goes back to what we were talking about the other week.
Ah! Get off of me!
Die!
Oof, this is like, okay, this is kind of crazy. I'm gonna shoot you in the blood sack.
B-Man suggests stop, drop, and roll. I don't know that that would do it with the size of these things. They're just gonna latch on.
Ah! It is draining me.
And giving you rads. You motherfucker. Back the fuck off. Apparently Rascal does not care for his counseling skills. Basic or otherwise.
I am like irradiated as hell right now.
You're as irradiated as fuck because you also don't have Radaway going anymore. Or Radex.
Okay, let's just...
Why don't you eat something?
Because I'm just dealing with the immediacy right now. Piper, where were you during all of that?
Not dealing.
And,
Not getting my ass involved.
And then again, in all fairness, I'm probably better off without her using her minigun while I'm in close quarters with a bunch of bugs.
Yeah, that's kind of how you end up in what they call mincemeat.
Yeah.
B-Man says, I am small, therefore I'm a tactical nuke. Well, if that's the case, some of the stuff in the litter box must be tactical nukes too. Cats are smaller yet. I mean, you classify... You know, that's an interesting question. What would you... if you could classify yourself as anything, what would you classify yourself as? Like, literally, you could classify yourself as anything.
Hey, good news. I think we found where the nukes are at.
Yeah, you don't say.
I am a unicorn.
You're a unicorn.
I have been described as such.
By who?
Remember? People at my last job. It's like he's a unicorn. He's like, a unicorn.
He's like a magical unicorn. He gets shit done.
You don't see him, but things happen. It's somehow he was involved.
And somehow he was responsible, and you're just not sure what the hell.
Okay, so now we're going into an underground nuclear facility.
Welcome to zombie heaven filled with nukes.
That's about what this place is, yes.
Yeah, I guess that's a clear enough and fair enough statement.
I really need some more 5.56. I've only got like 400
Why did you not
left.
go to Good Neighbor?
Because I was like, let's get the questing on.
Yeah, and you know what happens when you don't prepare?
Okay.
You end up being food for. And would you please use the right equipment?
You are right.
You've got the equipment. Use it.
Okay. So something hurt us.
B-Man says if I were to classify myself as anything, it'd be better than you.
Oh.
Ow. You know, that would hurt if it were, well, if I really cared.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
I can do anything better than you.
Oh, there's a rabid mole rat down there.
No, we don't want to deal with that.
Now, if we can deal with it now...
No. I'm sorry. I don't want to deal with it when we're down there. That's what I meant. Let's see. So you're a magical unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would classify myself as.
I'm allergic to Radex. Yay.
Radex? In this world, that's a terrible thing to be allergic to.
I'm allergic to mole rats, I guess.
Potter says Gesundheit or bless you.
Well, to my health or keep my soul from escaping. Either way, it's all good. He says
bless you, so I guess he wants you to keep your soul from escaping. Me, I say Gesundheit because that means to your health. At least that's what it was described to me in my German class. And from my grandfather. And I can't call them all liars.
Yeah. So far, we're still saving Nuka World for later, but...
I think Nuka World's going to end up being post-game again.
Yeah. It's going to be the equivalent of the season in, what was it, season 3 in Archer, where he ended up being among the pirates.
Yeah. Was that season 3 or was that season 2 or season 3?
I want to say it was season 3.
Was it season 3? It was season 3.
See, we need to acquire more Archer and watch it.
Hey, that's not my fault. I wish they would bring this shit out on fucking Blu-ray, because why should I buy it on DVD when they're just gonna bring it out in Blu-ray once I buy it on DVD, and I'm gonna have to buy it on that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That is fair. Ooh.
Nukes. This run hasn't got a nuke world. Bless you, nukes.
Okay, blast door control tape.
Blukes.
Ooh, hello. Astoundingly awesome
Yes,
tales.
awesome!
Giant insects invade.
Where's Godzilla when you need him? Huh?
We gain some radiation resistance. That'll be useful.
That's useful.
Take your time. Illiterate keep me fed.
I'm still trying to figure out what to classify myself as. Like, I'm sitting here kind of stumped.
Open the blast door.
When you get it, bet you gonna love quantum tactical nukes. You know, I can totally see that being a thing.
Oh, nice. I think you've been.
I'm a cat toy.
That's true. You're covered in cat marks, claws and bruises and.
Oh, I didn't show you. So this morning or this afternoon. Okay, before I went to class, Freddy decided he was going to use my arm as a chew toy.
Ooh.
New bruise. I look like a battered woman. Dave didn't do any of it. No, quite literally. I walked into a door that I had just opened and was letting shut, and I walked into the handle.
I had nothing to do with it.
You had nothing to do with it. But that gave me a pretty good bruise. And then there was I ran into the corner of a wall. Mm-hmm. Quite literally, stumbled into the corner of a wall. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know something? The worst part is that these all are things that factually happened.
Yeah.
Okay? But these are the same kind of things that a battered woman says happened.
Yeah. We're obviously still having issues integrating the Mark 28 nuclear bomb with our existing ICBMs, most likely to do with transitional coupler not latching correctly. I'm going to check with maintenance and see if there's something they can do. Well, okay then.
Okay, Grunt Fodder, you're a little bit too close to home on that one. Are you going to bite me, cat? Nah. See, Grunt Fodder, you're right, but you're not right. Because Alexander, where is that little shit? I need to wake him up. No sleeping for him. Anyway.
Actually, pause for a second. We're going to do a quick save.